Hi, I'm Jackie. Today I'm going to show you how to make this granny square. It is called a sweet peach square. I used a 5mm hook and I used the Karan Simply Soft yarn. I think that's how they pronounce it. And an off-white. And I'm using a pink for the middle and a burgundy for the main color. And it's about 6 inches wide. Okay, first off, we're going to do a magic ring. For those that don't know how to do that, wrap over to your fingers, make an X. Take your hook, go under the one on the right. Go over the one on the left on top of it, and bring it under the one on the right. And grab hold of it. And tighten that up with the tail if you'd like. Now we are going to chain 4. This acts as our first double crochet and our first chain 1. And we're going to do another double crochet and a chain 1. And we're going to do this till we have 8 double crochets and 8 chain 1s. And I will meet you at the end of the circle. Okay, I'm at the end. We are going to want to slip stitch in that 3rd chain, not the 4th, because that acts as a chain 1. So go ahead and slip stitch into that 3rd chain and fasten up your circle there. Now we are going to slip stitch into that chain 2 space, just like that. Chain 3. This is our first double crochet, and do another double crochet in that same space there. Now, on this double crochet in the previous row, we are going to do a front post double crochet right on top of it. And for those that don't know how to do that, yarn over, go through the back. You're not going to go through the top, you're going to go through the back just like that. You're going to yarn over and bring your yarn through the back of that. I don't know if you can see that. Yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, and go through the second 2. Then on our next chain space, we're going to do 2 double crochets. And then we're going to do that front post double crochet again. Yarn over, go through the back of that double crochet, yarn over, bring it through the back, yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, go through the second 2, and here's your next chain 1 space. You're going to do 2 double crochets, and you're just going to do this, repeat that until you get to the end of the circle here, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I'm at the end of my row. Don't forget your last stitch there. Okay, now we are going to slip stitch to the top of that chain 3 there. Now we're going to fasten off chain 1, pull your yarn tight, and this is what we have so far. You should have 24 stitches. Okay, now we are going to start our second color. We're going to make a knot. However you make your knots is fine. Just make it really tight on there on your hook. Okay, and it doesn't matter, in any of the front post double crochets, we're going to slip stitch into that. Make sure your yarn is tight. I brought the wrong end of the yarn through. Okay, I'll try this again. There we go. Okay, now we are going to do a front post single crochet on top of this double crochet there. So what that is, you're going to go through the back of it, yarn over, bring that through the back, Have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, bring it through both those. Now we're going to chain 4, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to skip over these 2 double crochets and do a front post single crochet on top of that front post double crochet. Just like that. Now chain 4, and you're going to continue this all the way to the end. So you'll have a front post single crochet, chain 4, front post single crochet, and just continue that to the end of the circle, and I'll meet you there. Okay, I'm back. Now we are going to slip stitch into that first single crochet we did there. Now we are going to slip stitch into that chain 4 there. We're going to chain 3, and that's our first double crochet. I'll make 1 more double crochet in that same space. And now chain 2. And in that same space, we're going to do 2 more double crochets. So you'll have 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets in that same space. Now, on top of the single crochet, we're going to do a front post double crochet. Just like that. Now we're going to do 2 more double crochets. Chain 2. Two more double crochets. Do a front post double crochet on top of that single crochet there. And go ahead and continue the same steps until you get to the end of the row, and I'll meet you there. Okay, I'm at the end of my row. You should have 40 stitches and 16 chains. Go ahead and slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 there. Okay, now we are going to skip over these 2 double crochets, and in this chain 2 space we are going to do 7 double crochets. And 7. Okay, now we're going to skip these 2 double crochets, and on top of this double crochet in the previous row, we are going to do a front post single crochet, just like that. Now we're going to skip over these 2 double crochets, and we're going to do 7 double crochets in that chain 2 space. Four. I'll skip over these 2 double crochets, and then the front post half double, or front post double crochet, we're going to do a front post single crochet. And then we're going to skip over the 2 double crochets, and we're going to do 7 double crochets, and we're going to continue this until the end of the row, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. Okay, I'm at the end of my row. So now we are going to slip stitch into the second double crochet. Now chain 1, pull your yarn, and pull it through. And this is what it should look like so far. So we're going to get our last color, and we're going to make a chain, tie it on your hook. Okay, we are going to slip stitch into, oops, any of these single crochets right here. Doesn't matter which one. Okay, now we are going to do a half double crochet in that same stitch. Now chain 4. Okay, now in the 4th double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to do a single crochet. Now we're going to chain 4 more. And then on the top of this single crochet here, we're going to do a half double crochet. My yarn is not wanting to work with me here. And chain 4 more. And on top of that 4th double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to do a single crochet. And just continue this all the way around to the end, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I'm at the end. You should have 16 stitches and 64 chains. Okay, so now we are going to slip stitch into this half double crochet here. Just like that. Now we're going to slip stitch into this chain space there. Now we're going to chain 2, and this acts as a half double crochet. And we're going to do another one. So now we have 2 half double crochets. Now we're going to do 2 single crochets, all in that same space there, just like that. Now we're going to skip over to the next chain space, and we're going to do 2 single crochets and 2 half doubles. So we're going to reverse that. We had 2 half doubles, 2 singles. We jumped over to the next chain space and had 2 singles and 2 half doubles. So we're starting to do that, make it square now. Okay, now we're going to start on your first corner. We're going to skip into this next chain space. We're going to do 3 doubles. Now we're going to do 2 triple double crochets. So for those that don't know how to do that, yarn over twice like that. Go in, bring up a loop, go through 2, go through the next 2, and the next 2. Whoop. And my chain there came loose there. Let me do it again. Now we're going to do another triple. Yarn over twice, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, second 2, yarn over, and the third 2. Okay, now we're going to chain 2 because this is going to be your corner. Now we're going to reverse that, and we're going to do 2 triples in this next chain space. Oh, my yarn over here is getting mixed together. Okay, so now we're going to do, okay, we've got our 2 triples. We're going to do 3 doubles in that same spot, same space. 2 and 3. Okay, so we've got our center here, and we've got our corner now. So now we're going to jump over into the next chain space, and we're going to do 2 half doubles, two singles. Now we're going to reverse that, jump over into the next chain space, do 2 singles, 2 half doubles, and that's the middle there. So now we're going to start on our next corner. So we're going to do 3 double crochets, just like that. And we're going to do 2 triples, okay, so we've got 3 doubles and 2 triples. Now we're going to chain 2, and we're going to jump into that next chain space here. And we're going to just reverse it, do 2 triples, and 3 doubles. And you just continue this to the end. So then you're going to jump over here and do your 2 half doubles, 2 singles, and jump over the next. And you're going to reverse it, 2 singles, 2 half doubles, and then you'll be ready to do your next corner. And I will meet you at the end here. Okay, I'm at the end of my row here. Now we're going to just slip stitch into this half double crochet here. Chain 1, pull your yarn through. There you go. There's your granny square. I think this would make a really pretty Afghan myself. And thank you for joining me. And if you enjoyed my video, please subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye-bye.